Archaeology allows us to study the human past through the objects that people left behind. So it gives us a different way to look at the human past. The Institute of Archaeology and Ethnography of Armenia invited the University of Hong Kong to undertake a collaborative archaeological research project to understand the human past in Armenia. The Veti Fortress was initially constructed 3,500 years ago, but it was so important that it was reused in the early medieval period in order to again protect this valley. This is a very important part of human history because this is a place between three continents, Africa, Asia, and Europe. Archaeology is considered a destructive science. We must destroy the evidence in order to record it, and nobody can ever excavate the same thing again. Therefore, it's very important that we record everything as carefully as possible.
I'm manager of the AR project in Armenia, and we are designing an app which will be used for archaeological purposes. For example, we can project 3D models, do data collection on the site, and help archaeologists dig with guidance. All these 3D models we can see in front of us are actual pieces that we have excavated together in Armenia. Right now, you can experience it like an on-site experience.
We're experimenting with new ways of deploying augmented reality in the trench. We're still in the experimental phase, but we believe it will have a great impact on archaeology in the long run.
In order to record the data as precise as possible, we spend a very big time taking a lot of pictures from different angles to generate 3D models. Twice a week, we fly a drone to capture the current state of the trench.
The hardware that's available for augmented reality today is not that advanced. And as the hardware catches up with us, we'll be ready to deploy it on a day-to-day basis for archaeology.
In my opinion, AR and 3D modeling is really a future for archaeology, and we are going for it.
We are working with our partners in the Faculty of Architecture at the University of Hong Kong to design a new type of field lab building for our excavation. This building integrates unique aspects of Armenia's built cultural heritage while enabling the large-scale digital data capture of archaeological artifacts.
So it's a wooden dome structure that is half buried underneath the ground that take advantage of slopes, terrain, camouflage obviously as well. We're looking at an archaeological field laboratory which is situated in the Veti River Valley in Armenia. What's important to understand is that this design is really thought of as an archaeological instrument that speed up the whole process of excavation, cleaning, archiving, studying. The idea here is to develop a method that could be applied in future excavation sites. So a sort of blueprint, a methodology that crosses between the fields of archaeology and architecture.
We use the 3D models, the technology to record specifically where we find every piece of pottery.
Our project is always looking to work with engineering students in order to push forward the technology with which we can study archaeology. And we hope that engineering students will also be interested in coming with us to dig in Armenia. In order to improve the way that we are teaching, we have invited an expert in higher education to come to the field with us to observe how we learn and how we teach.
So my role in this fieldwork project in Armenia was to be an educational ethnographer. What I'm trying to do is to understand teaching and assessment practices in transdisciplinary contexts, where students need to use knowledge from different fields and integrate it together. So in this project, students took part in a real archaeological research project in which they digitized material and in doing so took part in promoting cultural heritage. This is really a way to use students' time to do something good in our societies.
Knowledge exchange is a very important part of our project. We hope to use short online videos to share the knowledge that we gain about the Veti Fortress and its past with the public, and to share with the public how we learn about the past.
My big goal is to spread this project all over the world so it can help every archaeologist to better record and better understand their sites. Most importantly, make the site's data shareable so everyone can have access to it and comment on it based on the real information.